Coming off last week's idiotic episode of Monday Night Raw, they hit a fucking home run with me as it compares as far as story build leading up to Extreme Rules. So Kurt Angle's back in the ring. Okay, he comes out with an announcement for a fatal five-way match, the first one ever, at Extreme Rules, which will feature Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Bray Wyatt. Roman comes out and extremely expresses that this is his yard now, that he is the big dog, and no one can see him. Then Finn comes out and said the line starts behind him. Shortly thereafter, a promo was cut by Bray Wyatt stating that he is the new face of fear, and he doesn't even fear the Conqueror, which would be Brock Lesnar. So, that goes back into a backstage segment after a big brawl. You know how this goes. Everybody locks it up. Samoa Joe comes out. Seth Rollins says, "I'm coming out for you, Joe." After Joe cuts one of Joe's normal promos, "Oh, I'm a beast," he starts yelling for some odd reason and attacks Seth Rollins, which, grand scheme of things, everybody's seen that coming. So, you know what I mean? No big deal there. That goes into a backstage segment with Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Finn Balor, and Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle makes two matches, one with Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt, and the other one with Finn Balor and Roman Reigns. First match of the night was actually a good match. You had Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy. Good match, nice back and forth. Just to go over this match a little bit, I think the final moments of the match, I just remember Matt being on the top, on the turnbuckle. Sheamus hits him with a kick, staggers him, doesn't really knock him out. Then Sheamus comes back with another kick, all after Matt told Jeff to move. But he did it, with his deletion hand, so get out of the way, So that brings us to Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox. Now, Noah Dar was at ringside. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Alicia Fox, but should she be picking up a win over Sasha Banks? Fuck no. Same Northern Light suplex. Somebody actually taught her a move, which was the Northern Light suplex. And I will have to thank Noah Dar for that, because he does a pretty good Northern Light suplex for the cruiserweights. So, thank you, Noah Dar, for teaching her a fucking move so she won't look horrible out there going up against Sasha Banks. That goes into our third match of the night, which was Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. The breakdown of this match wasn't nothing major. Same old. Maurice gets involved, costs Miz the match, and Miz basically goes to Kurt Angle after this and says that he wants a match, just him, just no funny business, no none of that. And that was in a promo later on that night. But immediately following the match, they was in the backstage segment with Finn Balor. Finn Balor says, the interviewer asks Finn Balor, how does it feel to be one of the first men inside of the Fatal 5-Way at Extreme Rules? Finn Balor says he feels great about that match, and also that, again, that, it might be Roman Reigns' yard, but it is Finn Balor's universe. Again, good promo. Like I said back at Backlash, you wouldn't know that Finn Balor isn't from the States. If you looked at him, you wouldn't know that he was I think he's Irish. I'm not sure, but you wouldn't know that if you really looked at Finn Balor. Alexa Bliss in the ring segment with Bayley, which I think is great. Don't know where Nia Jax is this week. Wish I would have seen her. Fucking Alexa Bliss is keeping everybody watching Raw. Just give her the mic and let her talk. You don't even have to put her in a match. She could just be background noise. She is the most interesting thing since Braun Strowman got injured on Raw. Period. Period. She takes out a kendo stick, beats the shit out of Bayley after Bayley announces that she wants her women's title shot rematch at fucking Extreme Rules, which is cool. We all seen that coming. Who else are you gonna put against a Alexa Bliss? Which again, I like Alexa Bliss. I like what she's doing in the ring. I love what she's doing on the mic. Like I said, it's only a matter of time until she gets elevated to that next level. Like I mentioned earlier in the backstage segment, you got Kurt Angle, The Miz, and Maurice. The Miz is outraged. He wants a rematch between him and Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title with no disqualification. Maurice started speaking French to Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle started speaking French back to her, which turned into a funny segment. But Elias Sampson is still in the background, which makes me wonder what they're going to... What's next for Elias Sampson? You know, he got kicked out of NXT. I went over it maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And he's pretty much been on Raw just floating around. So I'm wondering what Kurt's going to do with him. Eventually, you know, he's going to get tired of just watching him walk all around fucking Raw or whatever. But it is what it is. We get, and I want to touch on this really fast, we get a cruiserweight match that is no longer than 5 minutes. For your cruiserweight champion and his cohorts, let's just call, you know, Neville, TJP, and Jack Gallagher his cohorts. They get 5 fucking minutes in the ring. Now, my whole thing is, how can you fix a already broken system as far as the cruiserweights are concerned? You don't have anything set in play for them as far as getting them over, pushing them to the next level. But you're giving them 5 minutes on Raw. And they're supposed to be exclusive to Raw. Now, my suggestion, which I think was a great idea way back in the gap, that first hour should be a cruiserweight match, 2 cruiserweight matches. Then your second hour, you can focus on the tag teams and the women's championship. And on that third hour, which will give you your Intercontinental and your heavyweight picture title. Again, this is stretching out your time and how to use the cruiserweights appropriately. This is what WCW used to do. Only difference with WCW, their cruiserweights was over before they even got to WCW. So you didn't have to build a TJP or Austin Aries or Neville. These was already notable names. Not saying that Neville and Austin Aries and TJP aren't notable. I'm just saying that they can't build like the cruiserweights in WCW was built up. That's all I'm saying. Backstage segment with Kurt and Bayley. Kurt comes out there to check up on Bayley. And also to give her information, her match would be a kendo stick on a pole match, which is a classic for me. And I wish they would have never took that away. I think freaking Sandman was the first person to ever do this match. Kendo stick on a pole. Maybe Sandman or Steve Blackman. I'm going back for that one. Your next match of the night was Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns. I'm giving it match of the night. Of course, they had to fucking let Roman win because, you know, Finn beat him his first night, his first debut. And that's when they was really getting behind Finn Balor. Which I think they should stay behind Finn Balor. You get a video package from Bray Wyatt, which isn't bad. He cuts a pretty good promo. He makes a statement about, you know, he's the face of fear. And, you know, without me, there would pretty much be literally darkness everywhere. Without me to guide you through it. Without me to take you to the light, which is him. So, you know, he called Seth Rollins a coward. You're going to turn your tail and run away from the beast when I'll look him straight in the face and fight him like a man. Which, again, good promo work for Bray Wyatt, if you ask me. Just good promo work. Also, in the ring, you got Golden Truth coming out, supposed to be in action that night and wound up not being in action. They wound up actually breaking Golden Truth up, which I think was too soon. Because, all right, well, what tag team do you have to replace Golden Truth? That's the question. And then, you got the Hardys, but then you got an injured Revival, an injured New Day, okay, and they're on SmackDown, so that has nothing to do with Raw, I think. But I'm just saying, what's next? Mojo Rawley hasn't come back. Mojo Rawley and freaking what is that? Freaking what's his face? What's that guy's name? Mojo Rawley and Mojo Rawley and Zach something. I forget that guy's name. Anyway, yeah, you pretty much have no tag team, so I would have kept Golden Truth together. Freaking Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins in the main event. The main event was actually all right. I actually enjoyed it. I like that Samoa Joe came out to support and pretty much help, what's his name, pick up the win, which ultimately causes Bray Wyatt the match. Now, again, last week's episode, I told you guys this is now going on 4 weeks where Bray Wyatt is getting over by other people instead of in his own skill. We all know Bray Wyatt is an immense talent inside of the ring. I don't know why you keep booking him as a weak talent. They seem to do that with the big guys. They did it with Kevin Owens for 6 months. And now it seems as though they're going the same direction with Bray Wyatt. The difference between Bray Wyatt and Kevin Owens. Kevin didn't stay true to his character. Bray Wyatt is. He turns on Samoa Joe literally immediately after he comes out and helps him beat the shit out of Seth Rollins, which I found to be entertaining because that's what a heel is really about. I'm not to be trusted by anybody, even other heels. So I appreciate the continuity of your character, Bray Wyatt. Versus, 1 week you look strong, 1 week you look weak. It's storytelling at its best. Basically, they could have did it so many multiple ways, but the way they decided to do it was pretty good for me. And that's pretty much it. That's your review right there of Monday Night Raw. You guys tell me what you think about it in the comments section. And I'll tell you what I think about it. You'll get immediate feedback. Of course, as always, check out the channel. JP Outlaw the channel. The website is coming soon. The gameplay is also coming. I haven't forgotten about you guys for the Outlaw gameplay. I'm trying to wait until the next volume of gaming comes out as far as, 2K and EA and just the next volume of gaming. The 18s, not the 17s. But as much as I promoted it, I do want to give you guys something. So the first episode of Monday Night Raw will probably be, I guess, sometime this week. But, I'll try to give you Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. See how I'm going to work that out. I do want to do something. Nothing too crazy, but I do want to do something. Maybe a dream match scenario or something like that. As far as the show is concerned, we're always building, always looking forward towards the future. And, my final notes. Let me give you my final notes. Jesus Christ. Be careful out there, you guys. Just gotta be careful. It's a crazy world. A lot of psychos out there. You don't want to be a passenger on the wrong ride. And I mean that wholeheartedly. But back to the show. Same old here, you guys. You're going to get SmackDown review tomorrow, so tune into that, please. And then you'll get NXT review at the day after. And I got some news that I wanted to go over. I fell back off the WWE news for a little bit, only because my weekends have been a little crazy lately. But I'm jumping right back into it. We're coming close to my 100th episode, so I want you guys to be there to celebrate this tremendous occasion. Okay, tremendous occasion. So just keep